There's this highly anticipated Ethereum-compatible Layer 1 blockchain promising to deliver some seriously impressive numbers. 10,000 transactions per second, near instant finality, the complex term for users spending less time waiting, and ultra low fees. And on top of that, there's a substantial airdrop expected. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, this is your wake-up call to check and see if Monad is worth the hype. And I've got it all covered for you today. Hi there, fellow airdrop addicts. This is Stan with airdrops.com, and today I'm bringing you another unfiltered breakdown of a Web3 project that recently caught my attention for its technology and its great airdrop potential. That's Monad. Over the next few minutes, we'll go through all the important info about it, and then you'll be able to make a final judgment. Is it worth it? Stick around, because in the last part of this video, I'll be guiding you through the testnet in case you want to give it a shot and farm that future airdrop. Let's get started. Monad is tackling some of the biggest headaches we all complain about in crypto: slow speeds, high gas fees, and messy developer transitions. If you've ever waited forever for a DeFi trade to confirm or paid ridiculous gas fees just to mint an NFT, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Monad's solution is pretty straightforward: parallel execution and pipelined consensus. This means transactions get processed simultaneously rather than one after another, massively speeding things up. And here's the good stuff: Monad does all this without forcing developers to rewrite their apps from scratch. It's fully EVM compatible, meaning Ethereum devs can easily migrate their existing dApps with minimal effort. Node operators also benefit, since Monad runs smoothly on standard hardware. No need for expensive rigs. This keeps decentralization high and barriers low. In short, Monad is trying to solve the blockchain trilemma: scalability, decentralization, and security, without making any sacrifices. Now, let's talk tokenomics. But I warn you, here things are still a bit muddy. Despite launching their testnet, we don't know much about Monad's token. However, we can make some educated guesses based on context, and I think we can paint a decent picture of what to expect. Okay, so we know that Monad is a layer 1 blockchain, and its consensus mechanism uses a form of staking, even though it's not exactly proof of stake. Then, we can safely expect the token to be used for transaction fees and for staking. That's nothing new, really. What's more intriguing in their case is this: we know that they raised a massive amount of money from VCs, over $200 million. More on that later, but for now keep this in mind. Whatever amount of tokens Monad agreed to give to investors, they value those tokens to be worth at least $200 million, right? Okay, but what does that tell us? Well, we should watch closely whatever vesting schedules there will be and when the invested tokens unlock, because with such massive VC involvement, there might be pressure on the token price from investors who might look to profit on those sweet cheap tokens they bought. All this is speculative, of course. For now, we just have to wait and see what Monad releases as official details. And I personally am very curious to see what will be the ratio between investor and team-controlled tokens versus what goes to the community. Monad's performance claims have sparked optimism in the crypto community, especially among devs tired of Ethereum's slow speeds and high gas fees. Over 80 protocols have already committed to building on Monad ahead of mainnet launch. Pretty bullish, eh? Its EVM compatibility means Ethereum devs can port their existing dApps with minimal effort, a huge advantage over competitors that require complete rewrites of complicated migrations. Plus, Monad's scalability could open doors for real-time gaming, instant DeFi trading, and even AI-driven analytics directly on-chain. But let's be real, competition is fierce. Ethereum Layer 2's protocols are already capturing market share. Other Layer 1 chains like Solana and Aptos are also vying for developer attention with similar promises of speed and low fees. Still, we have that figure of 80 protocols committed to building on Monad. If they deliver on their promises and maintain transparent governance with strong community backing, they could carve out a loyal developer base and become a go-to chain for performance-focused dApps. Alright, it's time that I introduced you to the team of Monad. But first, we need to clarify that the project recently transitioned into two separate entities. That's Monad Foundation, responsible for the governance of the project, and Category Labs, focused on the technical development. So, back in 2022, Monad was founded by Keon Han, James Hunsaker, and Eunice Giata. These folks are seasoned pros from jump trading and jump crypto, bringing serious expertise in high-frequency trading systems that handled billions of dollars each day. Keon Han spent 8 years at jump trading, building ultra-low latency systems handling billions in daily trading volume. James Hunsaker brings deep technical chops in cryptography and parallel computing from his time at Jump Crypto. And Eunice Giata rounds out the team with extensive experience, including at Bank of America Merrill Lynch. So here's my takeaway. This team seems to know how to build high-performance systems at scale, and that, in my estimation, gives Monad quite serious credibility. Another crucial aspect, Monad isn't messing around when it comes to funding. They raised $19 million in seed funding early on from heavy hitters like Dragonfly Capital. Then things got wild. In April 2024, they secured a massive $225 million Series A round led by Paradigm at a $3 billion, yes, billion with a B, $3 billion valuation. Investors like Coinbase Ventures, Electric Capital, Wintermute, Animoca Brands are backing this project big time. This massive funding signals huge confidence in Monad's vision, but also sets sky-high expectations. The pressure is now on the team to deliver on their ambitious scalability claims quickly, while navigating regulatory challenges effectively. Monad isn't only about tech, it's about community vibes too. Their community has reportedly been together for over 2 years already. That's OG status right there. And they are creating an environment supportive of builders and founders alike. The community sees Monad not just as another blockchain, but potentially as a long-term settlement layer investment, a strong signal of confidence in its future utility within Web3 ecosystems. Plus, they've managed to blend memes and genuine tech innovation, and that's a combo that's close to the hearts of those of us within the crypto degenerate circles. I have to mention here the community-powered liquid staking protocol on Monad, which is called Magma. In the upcoming weeks, I'll give you my take on Magma in a separate video review, so keep an eye here on the channel. Or, if you're that eager and can't wait a second longer, go to the airdrops.com website, type Magma in the search bar, and read all about it. I'll also link it in the description below. Now, back to Monad and its community. Some healthy skepticism remains around token distribution, transparency, and VC influence. But overall, sentiment remains optimistic, thanks largely to active engagement from both developers and users alike. Now, on to my next point, and that's competition. In life and business, competition can push you either of two ways, up towards higher highs or off a cliff. Monad faces stiff competition in the high-performance blockchain arena, with established and emerging platforms vying for dominance. EVM-compatible layer 1s like BNB Smart Chain, Polygon, and Avalanche tout low fees and faster throughput than Ethereum, but often struggle under peak load. Specialized platforms like MegaETH and Hyperliquid target niche use cases with impressive claims about their TPS, that's short for transactions per second, yet they sacrifice decentralization for speed. Monad differentiates itself with a parallel EVM design and Monad BFT consensus, delivering around 10,000 TPS while maintaining a decentralized validator set. This approach balances performance and trustlessness, appealing to developers seeking stronger security assurances. However, Layer 2 solutions leverage Ethereum security, and mature L1 ecosystems like Polygon boast large user bases. Monad's success will ultimately depend on attracting dApps that value its unique blend of performance and decentralization. The competition remains fierce, with each platform offering trade-offs between speed, security, and ease of use. Monad's ability to deliver on its promises while maintaining a decentralized ethos will be crucial in carving out its niche in this rather crowded market. Monad's strengths lie in its robust foundation and promising ecosystem. The project has secured substantial funding signaling strong confidence from major investors and providing the resources needed to execute its ambitious vision. Additionally, Monad has already gained significant developer commitment, with over 80 projects pledged to build on the platform even before the mainnet launch. Monad also fosters a positive ecosystem culture by avoiding tribalism and encouraging collaboration across blockchain communities, positioning itself as a unifying force rather than a divisive competitor. However, Monad faces notable risks that could impact its trajectory. The heavy influence of venture capital raises concerns about potential imbalances in token distribution or governance fairness, which could alienate parts of the community. Furthermore, Monad's bold claims about high throughput and scalability must be validated post-launch. Any failure to deliver on these promises could erode trust and stall adoption. Finally, the lack of a public roadmap or detailed tokenomics creates uncertainty for prospective users and investors, potentially deterring those who prioritize transparency and long-term clarity. Balancing these trends and risks will be critical for the project's success as it moves toward mainnet deployment. Now, my final thoughts before the actual airdrop demo. Monad's aiming to shake things up with its 10,000 TPS goal and a massive war chest. But let's keep things in perspective. There's no shortage of projects that raised boatloads of cash, and not all of them have made it. EOS famously raised over $4 billion back in 2018. Again, billion with a B. And they promised lightning fast performance, total Ethereum dominance, and yada yada. I don't mean to disrespect them. They're still out there and building. In fact, they just announced a rebrand recently. But have you ever heard of anyone using EOS? Well, to me that says that big money may open doors, but it doesn't magically solve adoption. You can have the flashiest marketing and the coolest dev team on earth, but if no one actually wants to build real-world applications on your chain, you're stuck in crypto purgatory. What we will really need to see from Monad is whether they can spark genuine community interest and bring actual dApps that people want to use. That's the secret sauce. Real traction, real utility, and a community that believes enough to stick around through the ups and downs. So, will Monad figure it out? That's the million-dollar question. Or should we say, billion-dollar? Does the secret lie in better user experience, unstoppable developer incentives, or some brand new approach we haven't thought of yet? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Maybe we'll form a little DAO and finally build the perfect blockchain. Because if there's one thing this space always has room for, it's a crazy idea backed by people who believe. And now, my airdrop addicts, let's move on to the final section of today, and one I know you've been eagerly expecting. Time to dig into the Monad testnet. Okay, so let's head over to the airdrops.com website first. Scroll down to the search bar. We look up Monad here, the subject of today's video. We go and see the full review. And for the purpose of this video now, of this quick tutorial, I'm going to scroll down to the airdrops farming steps. This is the step-by-step guide here. And let's check out what's number one on the list. That's setting up our wallet. Here we can use various wallets, Phantom, OKX wallet, Uniswap wallet, or Backpack, amongst others. Today I'm going to be using the Phantom wallet. I've already installed it. It's a brand new wallet, a test wallet for this video. And here, when you initially install the Phantom wallet, you will actually get this pop-up which says Monad testnet is here. They seem to be partnering together, and we click enable Monad. Let's see what happens. Here in the list of our tokens, we see the Monad testnet is available already. Wonderful. Now let's go and hit the link provided in step number one. That's testnet.monad.xyz. Here we go and hit, after we have landed on the page, we go and hit get started. This is where we copy our address. Let's go to the Phantom wallet. Again, click on the Monad testnet, receive, and copy the address. Paste it into the Monad website. And let's see. Step number two is to actually get these testnet tokens. We've already moved on to it flawlessly. And let's hit that get and let's hit that get testnet mon. These are the tokens. Drip is successful, guys. Mon has been sent. Wonderful. Now, let's see what do we have in step number 3. Let's start using the testnet. Let's go back to the website of Monad. First, check for our testnet tokens if they have arrived. And there we have it. We have 0.05 Monad tokens. Wonderful. Now, okay, after we have verified that we have them, scroll all the way down to make your first trade. This is where we again have to connect our wallet. Connect the Phantom wallet. Let's confirm. And all right, you see the address here of your wallet. Let's see what we have. Swap tokens directly from the testnet hub. If you're using Uniswap, you could also, in case you're using Uniswap, you could also see it on the front end by enabling first the testnet mode. All right, let me try and buy one of these fancy. Okay, let me try and buy one of these fancy tokens. For example, House of Moyaki. Here we see the exchange rate. I'm going to buy one piece of these House of Moyaki. It's 0.00122. Let's get this Yaki token. We have to confirm this transaction. Of course, we have a bit of a network fee, but again, it's a testnet token, so that's all right. And there we have it. We already have purchased, successfully swapped our Monad token for the Yaki token. So just keep testing the site like that by purchasing tokens, swapping, exchanging. This is one of the major steps. Now let's go and check step number 4, and that's play fantasy top tournament. There you can register and claim 15 free cards and compete against other participants in this game. Let's hit the link, register and play for free. I will connect my X or Twitter, formerly Twitter account. Now, I will not go into details when it comes to this game. I'll let you explore it for yourself, but basically showing you the way how to connect to it. And from then on, you can become as active as you like for more and plentiful airdrop. Let's move on to step number 5, and that's to explore the featured applications in the ecosystem of Monad. Let's hit the link here. There you have a number of various different applications that work alongside Monad. I'm going to choose one at random. Let's go and click accountable. Here you explore this application and the others as well. And again, in the future, this may translate into a larger airdrop. Let's go and hit step number 6, and that's joining the community. Up in this page of the Monad airdrop review, all the way up, you'll see the 2 links provided to the social media accounts of Monad. Let's go and open the X account. I'm already following them. Let's go and be active. Let's go and reply to their post. Hey guys, I'm posting a video review on your project very soon. Stay tuned. Okay, that's that. Let's open the Discord as well. This is the invite link. Now, I'll not go through the details here as well to the steps, because you know how Discord works. And let's see if there's anything left. Now, step number 7 is very important, and that's with regards to the potential claim mechanism. You want to be checking regularly the social media profiles of Monad, not just to accrue a larger airdrop, but also to find out if it's dropping sometime soon, and if there is a certain deadline. You don't want to miss that, because I know plenty of people, including myself, who have missed a deadline to collect their airdrop, and we actually ended up with nothing. You don't want to be one of these people, so learn from our mistakes and keep following the channels of Monad for updates on how to actually claim the airdrop. And with that being said, we have concluded the steps, the airdrop farming steps of the step-by-step guide for farming Monad. Okay, airdrop addicts, that was me, Stan from airdrops.com. If you enjoyed this detailed breakdown, then give me a like and keep an eye on airdrops.com, where you'll also find the full review of this project in text form, as well as many others. And if you don't want to beat yourself up for missing yet another massive airdrop like you did last time, then subscribe to the channel now, where we'll keep coming with these. That's all from me. Until next time, see ya.